Well, China has been strengthening ties with Russia over the past year, even as it faces major economic troubles. At home, Chinese President Xi Jinping has met 3 times with Russia's Vladimir Putin. And those 2 U.S. adversaries have conducted several military joint exercises. The Pentagon warns China is working with Russia to increase its presence to our north in the Arctic. Let's bring in Dr. Rebecca Grant of the Lexington Institute. So, Dr. Grant, I do want to start here and ask you, will the ties between China and Russia loosen, and will the joint military exercises stop when President Trump takes office?
Interesting question, but what we've seen in the last 2 years is a great strengthening of these ties. The joint military exercises, Arthel, they've already gone way beyond what the Pentagon initially expected. And so I think that China and Russia will continue to operate together. And, you know, Russia is completely dependent on China for support through buying energy and oil. Russia can't keep fighting in Ukraine without China's agreement. So for now, these two are stuck together, and it makes a really dangerous situation for the United States.
Is there daylight between Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, space for President Trump to come between them, especially once they are no longer partners in crime, as you pointed out with Russia's war against Ukraine?
Right. Well, that's the bright spot. Although we've seen this really tight partnership, don't forget that China and Russia don't really like each other all that much. They have some territorial disputes. They look down on each other a little bit. And back in history, in 1961, there was a huge blow-up between the two. So in a way, they're only just recovering from it. I think that China and Russia, it's such a danger that this has got to be a top priority for President Trump. And I'd like to see him try to put some pressure on both countries and maybe chip away a little bit at that dangerous no-limits partnership.
I want to come back to the possible pressure that the president can put on, but let me read right now a quote from the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Arctic and Global Resilience on Russia-China cooperation in the Arctic. Here it is. It says, the increasing levels of collaboration between Russia and the People's Republic of China and unprecedented styles of collaboration, especially in the military domain, give us, again, pause. So, with China and Russia in the scope, Dr. Grant, what will be the biggest challenge facing President Trump's Secretary of Defense on day one?
Well, the fact that Russia and China can really stretch our military forces, you know, that's kind of Pentagon speak for saying, hey, we are getting really worried about the Arctic. The joint bomber flight between Russia and China back last summer included 2 Chinese bombers that are nuclear capable, the H-6N. And then there's all sorts of things going on under the surface, under the ice. You know, this is why we need to have a really capable submarine force and to have, you know, our unmanned types of submarines like the new Orca that can really keep Russia and China's submarines at bay. That high north is very strategic. It's very close to the United States. We have a lot of forces up there in Alaska, F-22s, F-35s. Of course, Canada helps us out as well. But this basically means that we really have to be on guard in the high north in a way that we just haven't seen, I think, since the peak of the Cold War.
And like you said, both Russia and China, they're upgrading their nuclear weapons, and China is on a rapid expansion. They both have dangerous cyber tools. So how strategic does President Trump have to be to make sure these 2 untrustworthy leaders don't covertly team up against the U.S.? And what about that pressure you were talking about?
Right. And like I said, I think for President Trump, this has to be just a long-term, overarching priority. You know, step 1, strengthening our U.S. military forces. But as you say, China, which has always had a small nuclear force, is on track to have as many deployed nuclear weapons as the United States does within about 10 years. It's a huge buildup. There's no reason for them to be doing this. Put China and Russia's military power together, and they are, on paper at least, the biggest danger the U.S. has faced. So it's a big priority for President Trump.
And all of this, as Jennifer Griffin reported earlier in our newscast, global threats are at an all-time high. Dr. Rebecca Grant, I'm sure we'll see you again. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.